What's up everyone, this is Anthony with A Crew Gaming. We are here in Satisfactory. Nice little view of the mountains over there and some waterfalls. I don't know if I can get over there or not. I'm assuming that that's the end of the map, but we have progress on our steel factory. Over there is our concrete storage pod and factory itself. And I've got all the material running in as fast as it will go. I need to get the other belts upgraded, but it's the Mark III belts right now that are feeding this thing. We have a massive, and I'll show you that too, another massive storage pod over there for the coal. I don't know why I didn't do that in the beginning, because it was always running beyond capacity. This conveyor system is not a good walkway, because you can't get out of it if you fall off. Because I wasn't running at capacity the entire time, so I definitely could have had a huge stockpile of coal built up, but that's alright. This will work. Jump up here, maybe. What's happening? There we go. So you can see I've got the coal coming in, the raw iron coming in, and I've got 8 miners instead of 6. I think I said 6 in the last video, but I do have actually 8 nodes, all of them impure. So all of these should be, I've got 2 miners feeding each belt, so it should be 60 per minute on the iron. The coal should be coming in. I believe that belt will run to 70. Find the right one here. So 270 per minute on the Mark III belts. I don't know that it's running that much, but it's split 4 ways, so whatever 270 divided by 4, I wanted to get right around 60 per minute here. And then I've got those going into the smelters here. So I've got 4 smelters set up, and then again two massive storage pods, and we're gonna start getting our steel rods and our something else, the other steel stuff. Steel beams. Jeez, all these new fandangled contraptions and stuff going on. These are overclocked with 1 power shard, and that gets them up to 67.5 per minute. So it's running a little bit beyond what the belts should be producing, but it seems to be working pretty good. Looks like I'm about 80% proficient or efficiency. So I could increase the belt speed a little bit, but this should do for now. I'm sure I'm going to have to increase everything once I actually get going on all this stuff. But I've got a lot of room here, and what I figured I was going to do, I think I can do 4 of the 4 constructors for the rods and 3 for the beams, and get those going in here, and then do all the storage for everything down here, and then everything else that takes multiple items I'll do upstairs, because I've got to bring the concrete into it, and I may reroute some of this concrete, because right now it's all coming down here. I'm stuck. And I've got it coming back down the floor. I may go up with it instead of down, and then just go into the top floor with this concrete here. So we'll see. Like I said, oh, grabbed onto a ladder. But like I said, a lot of that stuff takes copper, and it takes other stuff from these other plants, and it would be easier, instead of pulling it all from this floor or pulling it down from the top, just to go straight to that second floor and do all that stuff. So we'll take a look what we got. So we're making the ingots, we're going to make the steel beams, we're going to make the steel pipes, the encased industrial beams. That's what I've got to decide if I'm going to build those upstairs or downstairs, because they do take that concrete. Right now the concrete's running down, down at the bottom, so I may be able to do those down here as well. But stators take wire, and then these take the rotors. So In the modular frames, I'm going to have to build the advanced constructor deal. And I'll show you that right here. I did unlock one other tier. And it gave me like the manufacturer and computers and stuff like that. So this is going to take quite a bit of stuff. I think the computer, I don't know if those are in here or not. Power, organization, production. I don't think it unlocked anything else in here other than that massive, no. We did unlock the truck. Again, I need a computer for that though. But I think the computer's in here. Yeah. And it takes a circuit board, which I don't even think... I have that unlocked yet. So, like I said, there's a couple different tiers that we still have to unlock. A lot of them require these steel products. So we need to kind of get these going. We need to build a walkway or something there and never make that jump. But like I said, this area here will do 2 splitters. So we'll drop one right here and one right here, and take that material over and start making these other items. I think it's right on the, yeah, put it right on the seam. And one there, and this should allow us to keep walking, being able to walk through here too. So I believe this is the Mark III belt, yeah. And I'm going to wait to connect that until I figure out exactly what all I need. That way we're not wasting a bunch of, or just grabbing a bunch of the material, filling up our hotbar there. So the, or our backpack or storage, whatever it is. Production wise, we need a constructor, an assembler. Constructor. One part. For now, I'm just going to drop this guy in place. Let's see here. And then we'll see what this one runs. Oops. Hit escape one too many times. So this, if I set it to the steel beams, it's 30 per minute. And right now I have, I know the belts are running way faster than 30 per minute. I am making, I don't want to overdo what I'm making here, so I'm making roughly 120 per minute. I'm using 120, I'm making 45 per minute. Okay. So 90 per minute total coming out of here, and like I said, I don't want to outproduce what I'm making on the front end. On the back end, that will not be good. This takes, looks like 30 per minute. So 3 of these, like I said, I can do 3 of these guys. Perfect. Or is too steep. I don't know how that's even possible. What is going on? It doesn't like being like... That's it. but one space over it works. That's weird. So, a little bit of a bug. Can I go... Can I get one forward with it? Yeah. So we'll move these to line up with that one. For some reason that one's not wanting to cooperate. So there must be something underneath here that's not letting it set in that exact spot. So not a big deal. Now watch, this one won't. It'll say floor is too steep. Oh, perfect. So I probably actually don't need the splitter here. Because I am over a little bit here. So we'll set the splitter up even with this guy. I don't think that that's gonna work. Just try with a regular belt here. Nope, needs to go forward at least one more spot. Or I could go in right here. I go in this side. Like I said, I've got to split it 3 ways. So this one would go out and around into that one. This one would go straight out into that one. That'll work. Let's do that. I need to rotate this guy. I wish you could just rotate it. But you have to deconstruct it. Got the input lined up there, got them lined up there. Okay. And then this should go, no problem right there. Okay. What? I might just have to destroy this. It's almost a 90. It'll work. Alright. So now we need 2 more over here. And then this one will actually come in from that side. So I'm splitting it out 1, 2, 3 ways. So I should just need the normal belts, right? Just found it twice. Alright. So we definitely need the good Mark IV belts here. Mark III, sorry. But on these ones over here, I'm actually going to use a little bit faster ones. I'm going to use the 2s. Because it helps minimize any sort of lag on these when it's traveling over the distance. So a lot of times the first one... Oh yeah, I don't need that. It's like, what's going on? I won't let me feed into it. The first constructor will fill up really, really fast, and then the other ones will kind of fall behind. So if you run a little bit higher speed belt, then you actually need to all of them. It will help alleviate that problem. And then we just need to get power run over here. So what's the best way to do that? Run that guy there. And on this side, whoa. And you cannot run faster than the Mark III belts. You can kind of faster than the Mark II belts. But once you get on the Mark III, if you're going the opposite direction, you are not going to go anywhere. I'm probably going to move this again. I had to on that side. That right there. That right there. And then I'll probably actually make one between each one of these as well. I make sure I don't run out of power at any point. Power pole slots. I guess I do have those bigger ones too that I could be using, but it's alright. Run that guy there. We'll run this one here. And there. And those should be going, and then we'll build a storage pod just like this one for these guys on this end. And here comes the darkness. So you can see going pretty quick here. 100% efficiency shouldn't be a problem to keep 100% efficiency on these ones. So now to get 4 of these over here, I probably am going to have to actually line the first one up with this one itself. And this is actually probably where I go wrong with some of my splitters, because I'm splitting it out of one in my iron factory. That's probably why they build up so quick. Because right here, you can see if you're splitting it 3 ways, it's 33%, 33%, and 33%. So it's legitimately split 3 ways. Over here, if I split this first one and run it into there, and then run it into another one, half of the production is going to go into that one unit, and then the other half is going to get split 2 more times. So I need to figure out a way. Okay, so I'll just destroy this one. And I'm going to turn the belt and run it to the middle of where the 4 are going to be. So I probably need to get these set up and kind of figure out where that is. Kind of line them up with those ones if I can. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but let's see if it See if it reaches that far. Constructor. Leave a little room. Oh, that's totally backwards. That's alright. Let's see if they line up. Alright, so there's 4, and that does take up almost this whole room here. But I should have room to run on that side and on this side. Perfect. Turn this guy around. So after we get all these going, these are kind of the basis for our building blocks to kind of get some of the advanced technologies and stuff going. So this will be very, very helpful in the game. I think I can go there. Let's try it. I can't. Perfect. So I'm probably gonna have to move these over one more, because I'm going to feed it into a splitter here. And then I need to split this off as well. So that's going to be pretty stinking close. This one won't work at all because it's hugging this side a little bit more. And those overlap way too much. Oh, that'll work perfect actually. So I need to move that side over one. So this should take it, split it in half here, half going that way, half go that way, and then I'll take and I'll run half into there and half into there, so that'll split it 4 ways evenly. So let's move these guys over one spot. Never thought I'd play a video game where there was this much logistics and everything to figure out. But it's awesome. No, I don't definitely want to just add that to the list. Alright, and that should evenly space this guy here. Right, is it running right down the middle? Yeah, so I should be able to put another one on here. Logistics, splitter. I don't think that's lined up with that. Nope. I don't know what it's lined up with, but it's not the right thing. Perfect. Oh, I need to sneeze, but I don't want to sneeze. Alright, let me get this guy set up here. And these again are all going to be just normal belts. But, like I did before, I was going to upgrade them. Make sure that everything balances out. Perfect. Nice. Nice. That should give me both lines, and then you just have to move it 2 away from the main line in order to get it into that, to get a perfect 90 on it, so. Which, like right here, I couldn't do because that makes this belt too short between those two. That was the problem there. Now we'll see if this will go. Nice. So that should split it up, like I said, evenly between 4. So you got it split in half here, and then those halves, each half is getting split in half again. So like I said, the way I have it set up on my other one probably is incorrect because it's splitting thirds, and it continues to divide it as it goes. So this is actually the correct way to do it if you have room to do it. I don't think I had room in the other one to run everything to the middle. So, but one of those deals that kind of figure out as you play, and then it becomes one of those aha moments. That's why it makes sense why it doesn't seem like it's making the correct amount on the other one. Grab a couple of these guys. I don't know that I set those up, but we'll have to configure all of these once we get power running to them, and then they will all make the steel rods, and then like I said, then it's just a matter of building the storage units to buffer everything out. Steel pipe, not steel rods. So 15 per minute input, 15 per minute output, 1 to 1. Pipe. You can actually set one of these up to make power shards. I don't know how many. I mean, why would you have that many? You're doing really good if you get that many slugs that you need to automate automate power shards. So perfect. So that is building blocks of our steel. Like I said, got the basics in there, and I took less than, well, I guess once I get the storage, it'll probably be more than half of this whole factory floor just in the first 2 products. So it takes some room, like I said, and this is 4 smelters. I don't know that you're gonna have enough nodes. You're gonna have to run conveyors a long ways in order to get more than this running at one time. So you already kind of have to run the coal a long ways from, even if you build in this one location. You could truck it in. I think conveyors, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. This is gonna hurt. Ooh. Oops, damaging property. I'll fix that shortly here. You could use trucks as well. You don't have to use conveyors, but I had this over here built already with the power plant, and it's just as easy and maybe even faster to do conveyor belts as it is to do trucks. So but that is, like I said, that's the benefit of setting everything up in this corner of the map because it's rich in all the resources that you're going to need. The only thing that doesn't really have, obviously the oil is a long ways away, but it's a long ways from everybody. And the caterium, I don't know how to pronounce it, that is a long ways away too, but again, same for everybody. You can see the massive storage thing I built to try to keep up with this. I do have a Mark II miner as well, and it looks like it's pretty much keeping up. I think I've got it running at 360 per minute, so it's running faster than the belts can even carry the material, so it should continue to fill these up. We shouldn't be using more than it's feeding. We might be right now, but once I get the belts, the bigger belts, it'll be keeping up just fine. Pull those out of there. And I don't even know, I guess this would be the first one to fill up at the top here. Oh geez, nada. So it looks like we are no, beyond that. Beyond that, is this the next one in line? So you can see that this is already a lot. That's full. I'm just trying to think of where that comes from. The next one in line is one down from here. Let's see if we can actually climb on the ladder. Nope. So I don't know. I'd have to find the last unit here where there's material coming out of it. That one's full. Are all these full in this pod? Guess I should have just checked that. So this whole one might be full. Come on, down. That one's full too. Good golly. That one's full. That one has nothing in it. So it's up there somewhere. Like I said, it shouldn't be. I should be making as much or more than I'm using right now, even with the setup. Like I said, I've got this thing cranking 360 per minute, so it's overclocked beyond the capacity of the belt. But I wanted to make sure to that these factories and everything were still running, and that we weren't having any power issues by taking coal away from the power plant over here. And you can see we're at 1150 megawatts and 530 usage, and I can add a whole bunch more generators on the other coal factory that I've got going too. So I probably won't add any here, just because I don't want to take any more of the coal away. I'll just add them to that other one, and it's all on the same grid anyway, so it doesn't matter where I add them to. So, but that's it for this video. Like I said, just wanted to kind of show you the progress of the steel factory. We got plenty of concrete, we got plenty of coal, getting the steel going. I think the next step is going to be those beams, the concrete filled beams, and then we'll start making some stators and motors, and moving forward within the next tiers and start unlocking other things so we can unlock oil. And I think that would be the next major milestone, is kind of getting oil unlocked. That way we can get the plastics and everything going and start making computers. So a lot, like I said, a lot to it, a lot of steps, a lot of things to unlock in the game. It's just pretty awesome. And you can, like I said, you can go through this thing. You don't have to build all this automation. You could just go collect raw materials and craft everything by hand. Oh, make sure I don't run off the edge there. That would be bad. I would go into nothingness. But much more fun to build the giant factories and get everything automated as you go. So I could have tiered up and I could have got some of these other ones done a lot faster than I did. But like I said, ultimate goal of the game is to build these giant factories and stuff, so didn't make sense for me to keep manually making all of the products when we should be doing it with the constructors and stuff. So still would like lights. If anybody from Satisfactory watches this, indoor lights would be awesome so that we could light this all up and make it easier to see inside when we are running everything. So I'm probably going to just break down and put some window holes in all the factory walls, but I was really hoping for lights in one of these tiers, but I don't see them yet. So, but again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes, the comments, the subscribes. That's the alarm to go pick up our kids, so we've got to go do that sooner or later. They can sit for a little while, but again, thank you for all the feedback and taking the time to watch the videos, and we will see you in the next one.